Today I am ticking off the last of the Crianlarich Munros for the channel. We have been up here before in the past, however we don't have a video from these two Munros. So hopefully you'll stick with us as I battle the elements. Hopefully the cloud parts a wee bit as it's meant to, and we are afforded a spectacular sunset as I kind of set off quite late in the day today. Well, you have found me out on the mountains again today. It is just after lunchtime and I am going to take in two Munros which I've done a number of years ago when I first started actually keeping track of what Munros I was doing. So today I'm heading up the castle of An Caisteal and then on to Benachroin. So this is a cracking wee loop circuit. It's just about 14 kilometres and just a wee touch over 1,000 metres of ascent. I did the both of these maybe about 4 years ago on a very kind of cold wintry morning, not long after I had done Gaibhre. And unfortunately I got hee-haw views that day. Oh, strangely enough, way back then was when I first considered kind of making a YouTube channel about hiking, and I even did some filming that day, and it's a bit of a disaster. Really windy, didn't have the proper equipment to properly document it, and didn't record anywhere near enough video to actually make a full video from it. But I've learned, and here we are now. So I have made it to the top of Stron, which is just over 700 metres tall. It's just the kind of first bit that you can see from the start, and as soon as you're over that, then if I swing around here, you then get to see An Caisteal in all its glory behind you, and it's just touching the clouds right now. The cloud is lifting slowly but surely. When I started out, top of this bit was in the clouds, so fingers crossed it's clear. I can almost see the summit, but a good another 400 metres or so of ascent to get up to that bit. So it's going to be a bit of a leg burner. I felt quite burst coming up that bit there. As I said, it's been so long since I've done anything like this, and I'm going to take stock once I get to the top of An Caisteal, see what time it is, see how I'm feeling, and decide whether we're going round to Benachroin, which you can also see is in the cloud. So we'll see if it's going to be worth it or not. So I have made it to the summit of An Caisteal, a height of 995 metres. The cloud has lifted from this summit, which is the taller of the two today, and I can see a good bit, certainly not in the direction behind me, but another way I can see over towards Ben Loy, which has snow still lying on it and cloud kind of circling around it. It looks very spectacular, as it always does. And there's some other views just round about, and I think kind of getting towards to see Ben Gaibhre, which I think is this one over here, and the clouds behind me. Ben Croin, again over this way. Now I don't know if the cloud is hanging in the kind of glen or Bealach in between us, or whether it's surrounding that mountain top as well. Because Crianlarich and Ben looking over this way, again, kind of very similar views. But I feel like the clouds kind of breaking over the side of these, and the views kind of north and northwest are where it's at today, basically. So I've had a change of heart. I stopped to put my gloves and hat on, and when I looked up again, the visibility was about 10 feet, and I waited about 10-15 minutes there just to see if it was going to break, and it didn't. And I looked back at what the forecast said the best visibility was going to be about 4 o'clock. It's now after 4 o'clock. I'm on my own, clouds coming in. I do have plenty of torches and batteries if it gets dark, but I'm a bit knackered. I don't know if maybe tackling both is a bit too much on a return, having done absolutely nothing for a long time. So I think I'm going to make what I'm going to class as a sensible decision to go back the way I have come, head back to the car and get back down the road for a reasonable time, I think. It's not what I wanted to do, but I think you've got to take stock and reevaluate as you get more information about your day out, and don't basically do anything silly. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm heading back down the way I've come, and I'm going to get back to the car. It'll be a nice day out, and yeah, we'll use this as an exercise of getting a wee bit fitter for going out a few more. So I've got back to Stron, Gaibhre, and I'm now heading back to the boggy descent. Unfortunately, it was either that, or if I went round along, we'd have the long bog back to the car. But I am pretty knackered. My hips are feeling it, strangely enough, and I feel like I've made the right decision for me today. Although, yeah, well, it is still touching the cloud up there, and everywhere else around about here is touching the cloud. It's right in the clouds. I don't think I would have had a view, and it's already starting to get a bit dull as well, even though the sun's not meant to go down for quite some time yet. But yeah, I think it's time to go home, have a nice brew in the car, and yeah, get some dinner and head home. So I hope you have enjoyed this kind of rather short video, probably. But if you have, give us a wee thumbs up. And as always, we shall see you on another hike.